Peace, soul group. How are y'all doing today? So, yeah, I haven't been doing the DAYZ, how to rectify the DAYZ series in a while, kind of recharging and everything. But, yeah, perfect timing. And what day to, pick back up on, but the day we're in right now, Venus Day, a.k.a. Friday. So, the energies of how to rectify the day of Friday. So, like I said, Friday is ruled by the planet, the chakra, the energy orb of Venus, also known as Aphrodite in different cultures, Isis, what's another one? Anyway, I don't know too much. I still need to do my research when it comes to like the actual like mythological characters of the Venusian energy and everything like that. You have Aphrodite, and then that's, yeah. So basically, but in general, we're going to be dealing with, putting all the mythological energies aside when we deal with just what Venus represents. Venus is going to be dealing with all the energies, dealing with aesthetics, like this purple amethyst crystal, the beauty and the aesthetics of this crystal. That would be, all of that would be Venusian energy. In this case, this would be the Taurian aspect, because we're putting a shape to it. We're actually we're molding it, and we're giving it edge, and we're giving it sharpness and everything like that. So this is actually the Taurian aspect of making your aesthetics, a little more secure and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a jagged up crystal or anything like that, which even if it was a raw, jagged up crystal, it would still be beautiful in its own regard. But that's just aspects of the Venus energy, because we're going to be dealing with, in a lot of different ways, we're dealing with like symmetry and everything like that, like how people's faces are perfectly symmetrical and everything like that. That would be an aspect of the Venusian energy, because we're going to, like I said, it's aesthetics. And it's also dealing with the five senses, dealing with sight, smell, taste, hear, and touch. So when we're dealing with those five senses and everything like that, it's like that's going to be the energy that plays out whenever we're in this day of Venus. We're going to be feeling extra sensitive. Not even so much like on a feeling energy of the heart, like if we were in the energy of Monday dealing with the moon, which deals with the caressing, carrying, being more comfortable emotionally wise and everything. With Venus, we're going to be dealing more so with the hairs sticking up on the back of your arm and everything like that, or the back of your neck or something, like whatever the phrase is. Like when you listen to your favorite song. And that's Venusian energy too in a lot of different ways, because this is pleasing to the ears and everything. And then this gives you an actual physical effect, which is once again dealing with the Venusian five senses energy, because Venus is a earth and an air planet and everything. And it's exalted in a water sign and everything like that. So air, earth, and water are energies of Venus that it likes to be in and everything like that. Definitely earth, because like I said, we're dealing with aesthetics. And then when we're dealing with the energy of actual sexual intercourse and everything like that, because we're going to deal with sensations and everything like that, and orgasms and stuff like that. So, and then also Venus will be dealing with aesthetics, like how saturated this lighter may be or something like that, or how green this little piece of weed might be or some shit like that, or like saying like looking at the details of how this shit is bent up, and how this may have this gives it a hunchback looking thing. Like Venus sees all these things and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? But first of all, let's talk about the signs, the houses, and energies that correlate with Venus. And also Venus will rule of course, love and everything. So that's the most, I guess you could say, the most obvious aspect of Venus when we deal with the history of astrology, and as far as when people first think of Venus, the first word that comes in their head is love and everything like that. So all you need is love, kind of all that shit, like peace, love, and happiness. That's why Venus is exalted in Pisces and everything like that. Which is also why it's opposite of Mars, which is why you always hear that. That's why that phrase, are you going to be peaceful or are you going to be revolutionary? That's why people say you can't just sit on the fence and everything, even though you can sit on the fence, but we'll get to that in another video. You don't have to be one side and then be the other side and it be the end all be all and everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of be the all. And when I say be the all, I don't mean you got to think you're everything and everything like that. No, you got to put yourself in the situation where you're connected. You're part of a piece of web of everybody and everything like that. It's just like we're all connected, but yet we're all still our own individual snowflakes at the same time. You go outside, one tree don't look like it's angled compared to another tree. One cloud ain't shaped like another cloud. One piece of the sky may be brighter based upon sunlight and reflection. One side of the sky may be more saturated in blue And then the other side may be more, you know, lighter blue and everything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all part of this overall space, but it's just the way we perceive it is like maybe kind of warped and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll have to make a whole nother video. I mean, if I have that name, I carry that energy frequency in general. So I think it'd be more appropriate to actually like kind of go into detail about that. But yeah, Venus. Okay, now when we start to talk about signs that Venus rules, and then you could say houses too, because, you know, the sign and the house really correlate with each other. So Taurus. Now Taurus would also be correlated with the second house and also this throat area right here too. Because actually the symbol of Taurus, that circle, is actually the Adam's apple. And the little like horns that actually poke out would actually be like the actual like shape of forming like the chin to form the face. That's why the symbol for Aries is like the nose forming the eyebrows. That's why it's literally ruled by the head and everything. So the throat. So first of all, Taurus is a fixated earth. So fixated earth is going to be like, you know, consistency, stubborn energies. And then when we deal with earth, we're going to be dealing with fixated, consistent, and stubborn thoughts when it comes to practicality, shape and form, and also when we're dealing with the aspect of construction and structure and also logic at the same time. But this is Venus. But this is the earth, and it's fixated earth. So this is like you being consistent on a practical value and everything like that, aka Venus. So this is like, put it this way, you're working on a building, and you're putting all your love, aka Venus, and appreciation, and all your hard, you know, energy, and all your, you know, your passion and compassion, more like compassion, your compassion for this thing that you're building on. It don't have to be a building; it could be a thing of Legos if you're a child. You know what I'm saying? It can play out in any shape and form and everything like that. Or race car models, or model airplanes, or some shit like that, or boats, or guns, or some shit like that, or swords. Well, that would be more some Martian energy, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Like the actual sculpting and the actual like creation and like seeing the details of these things and everything like that. With Venus being in Taurus, it also can appreciate, you know, the actual structure for what it is. Like, it's not like Capricorn where it's like, okay, I need to focus on just building the shit and everything like that, but it can end up being a piece of shit building and everything. Virgo, and we'll get to that energy in a second. Virgo will be, when I say get to that energy, I'm talking about Virgo because Venus falls in Virgo. Now with Virgo also, you know, it's like more analytical and everything like that, and then sometimes it could be more so worrisome. So then that worrisome energy blocks off all like the little things that I could see as far as like, wow, I appreciated what I did with this, how I built that and everything like that. With Taurus right here, and it being ruled by here, you get to kind of like, you get to express. You get to like express the things that you value to at the same time. Even though that would more so deal with like the Librian aspect because it's cardinal air, which is communication. More so it's kind of like it's a vibration and everything like that. So you could be receiving vibes from other people's, you know, beautiful words or something like that, or compliments or something like that, or them expressing their love to you, like you're receiving love and everything like that. AKA the throat is other people communicating their beautiful words to you, the Taurus, and everything like that. If you have Venus, well, as far as the Venusian aspect of it ruling Taurus and everything like that. And then, you know, the food, when you eat food, it goes down this, you know, esophagus and everything like that. So this is also kind of why the Taurian energy and the Venusian energy rules, you know, the aesthetics of like good foods and everything like that. Or if you eat something that's nasty, you'll immediately like throw that shit back up and everything, or have acid reflux and everything. God damn it. 1 second, y'all. Okay. Apologies about that. But anyway, so, you know, with Venus ruling this throat area and everything, this is like, well, I mean, it still plays out the energy of the Libran aspect because Libra rules Venus. I mean, Venus rules Libra too. But as far as like when we're dealing with the Earth aspect, we're dealing with like you know, aesthetics and everything, because like I said, Earth is material, so it's like things that you can touch and everything like that. So this is like where the, you know, the sensual, like, oh, you know, like touching up on each other's body, or like when we're getting into that aspect and everything, because the Earth is like, you know, you're receiving thoughts, you're not pushing out thoughts like air. So it's like Venus and Taurus would kind of be like, another way to look at it is like if you're having sex with your lover in the bedroom, because it's like this is Earth, so this is receiving value, and this is receiving aesthetics. This isn't you just being flirtatious and just communicating with people like if Venus was in like Libra or something like that. And let's get into that. Venus, and then another thing about Taurus is Venus being in Taurus means that, you know, you're just going to have an appreciation for the structure of things, or how things are built, or the overall completed project. You're just going to like ooze in appreciation, and you're going to have the hair stand up on the back of your head based upon this thing that you create. And then the second house is dealing with your values and the seeds that you plant in your garden. So this is another thing Venus does. It loves to tend to the things that it's growing on too. It loves to tend to values that it has consistent in its own heart and everything like that. So it can play out energies like that too, with the second house and Taurus and Venus being in that energy and it ruling that side of the body. Now Venus in, well, basically Venus also rules Libra, which is the hip area and everything. And also just like anytime you're able to bend a joint and be able to, you know, do a reflex and everything, that will be the Libran energy. And it's more so like, okay, the phrase of bending your back for somebody, and, you know, that's like the Libran energy, because Libras are hella relatable. It's the 7th house, which is the relationship house. So this is energies that Venus deals with also, relatability, and also dealing with energies of how to relate to one another, but not always on a very personal level. Sometimes you could just relate to hell a lot of people. Like you go to a party and you talk to this person for about 10 minutes and you get to know them. Then you go to this person, talk to them for about 10 minutes, get to know them. Talk to this person for about 5 minutes, get to know them. And then all of a sudden you're friends with everybody at the damn party and everything like that. So that's like the Libran aspect right there too, with Venus ruling there. And then the hip too. And then it also rules the ass too in a lot of different ways. So if you have a lot of like Libra placements or something like that, or like if you have Jupiter in like Libra or something like that, or even like the 8th house and everything, you may have a big ass and everything like that, or a big dick or some shit like that. Or the 7th, well, that's the 8th house, but the 7th house, like, that's more so like hips actually, because it's the hip area. Yeah, I could kind of, actually more the 8th house rules your ass and everything like that. I'm so sorry about that. I'm thinking of one source and I'm getting it convoluted with another source, so disregard what I just said about that too and everything like that. But yeah, Libra rules the hips and everything like that. But the reason that kind of came up is because Venus and Libra are dealing with aesthetics of beauty also, because it's Venus and everything. And then Venus is exalted in the feet area, or Taurus is exalted in, not Taurus, but Venus is exalted in the feet area. So this is how this would play out is, now exaltation means that this is the planet, I mean, this is the sign that the planet is most excited to have, like a theme park, or an arcade, or a pizzeria, or something like that, or its favorite restaurant. So the exaltation, this is dealing with, you know, sensations too, and love and appreciation and everything. So it being in Pisces, Pisces is mutable water in the 12th house, which is dealing with your dreams and creative aspects, dealing with things that are going on internally with you. Not so much the Leo aspect of you showing out your creativity, but the Piscean aspect of you actually receiving the energies, you know, internally and emotionally, and actually being able to soak it in, and then being able to present it in whatever shape or form it could be in. But yeah, this is where Venus loves to be at, because Venus can appreciate its own dreams, its own creativity and everything, like the dream to be able to make something solid like this. Like this was a dream, this was an idea first before it became physical. And then also, it being ruled by the feet, this is like, Venus is so exalted here, it's like, man, I'd do anything for you and everything like that. I love you so much. I would literally do anything for you. Meaning you will take that Venus energy, put it to your feet area, and then run to whatever energy that you have indulgence for, or run to any energy that you have love, appreciation, and that you have value for, and that you love to appreciate the 5 senses of this energy. You love to run to these things too, because it's ruled by the feet. So, and then also, I should have taken care of that this morning, but it's all good. But anyway, Venus being exalted in the 12th house, Pisces, the feet. Also, whenever you take a bath and everything, or when you go to the beach, now unless you head dive or do whatever way you want to jump into the water, normally your feet go in first and everything like that. So that already, like Venus, it just loves to feel everything and everything like that. When it's in Pisces, it's feeling all the emotions of people. But that's a detriment in a lot of different ways, because then it could try to appreciate everybody's emotion. And then at that one time where, the Venus energy gets its heart crushed in half and everything, it'll stay in that Virgo state for a long time and everything. Now let's talk about the places it doesn't like to be. Venus doesn't fuck with the headspace, aka Aries, aka the first house. Venus is not really cool here, because what's going to happen is the first house is the personality house. The house of the exalted ego, aka the sun, which is your shield, your ego, your solar plexus, is like at its highest point in the headspace and everything. Now with Venus being here, you're going to appreciate yourself, and you're going to appreciate, things of your own personality, and it being in Aries too, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to love and appreciate how you like to create a new way of how to show a vision to people and everything like that. But then people may see you as selfish, self-indulgent, and all these things that you probably don't want to even be called right now at the moment if you have these kind of energies playing out and everything. Especially if you have Venus in the first house or in Aries, or making aspects to it, play out in a lot of different ways. Now, Venus definitely does not like to be in the sexual organs and everything like that. Because, aka Scorpio. Because, with Venus in the 8th house, you could fuck a lot and everything like that. And there could be a lot of sexual orientations and everything like that. But what happens is it's a detrimented state. So if you do have these influences, or basically put it this way, if Venus fucks around too much in the 8th house, it could find itself in a situation where it could drown in everything. You're indulging too much into passions and deep, dark passions and everything, kind of being a little too curious and everything. Venus kind of running around in that 8th house in the pants and everything. It's being a little too curious and everything. And now Venus is going to find itself in situations where it didn't want to see it didn't want to see something. Or if it gets involved into something, it's going to be deep regrets, like, God damn, I shouldn't have done that. God damn, I shouldn't have done that. God damn, I shouldn't have done that. And then it creates insecurities for Venus too. Venus does not like to be in that state. It likes to relate to people. It doesn't always like to feel like it needs to secure its passions and everything like that, or keep shit to itself. So actually a good way to put it is, like, if Venus is in the 8th house, you may feel like you want to whip your dick out or something, or whip your pussy out, or your tits out, or your ass out. Or if you're a male, take all this extra shit and everything. But it's kind of like because Mars is like you keeping shit to yourself and everything. Well, when it's in Scorpio in the 8th house, because, you wear pants and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't show your shit to everybody and everything. You don't fucking flash to everybody in the world. You keep that shit sacred to yourself. But then when you meet that person that you could, formulate that relationship with, then you take, if you're a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, or Mars in Scorpio, or 8th house energy, then that person that you connect with on a one-on-one basis, that is like your twin flame. Shout out to the twin flame, Latrice Capiche, who is also a Scorpio. But I don't want to get too deep into that also. But also, it's more so that's actually kind of why I'm bringing this up, because I can relate to it also. But it's like when you find that person that you can, if you are a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, when you find that person that you could be with the rest of your life, then you take that true, genuine, built-up passion of that Scorpio energy and you take it to the bedroom, and then you show that person that you love everything that you got. But with Venus being here, you may be a hoe and shit like that. You may fuck everybody or something because you don't know how to keep shit to yourself. Venus is like, no, I want to show everybody my passions and everything, and then you end up getting an STD or some shit like that. Now, Venus does not, in any fucking circumstance, it doesn't like being in the first house, but, you could learn how to appreciate yourself and everything like that, and learn how to not let other people bog you down. Venus don't like to be in the 8th house. Now, when we get away from the sexual shit and joking about that, Venus may need to express an insecurity in order to get reception from other people, in order to get a feedback from other people. But Virgo, the 6th house, the nervous system, Venus can say the hell with that shit and everything. And whenever Venus is in that space, it's like, Venus is in this space. It just entered this house and everything. And all that's in this house is there's no appreciation. There's no calming down. There's no soaking in the environment. It's always, man, you walk in the house, someone's like, okay, what'd you do? What's your name? What's your name? Okay, what city did you grow up in? Okay, what color is your hair and everything? What color is your eye? What specific part of your eyebrow is this and everything? What do you call this part of your... And then Venus is like, half this shit you're telling me I never even heard of and everything. So it's like Venus falls in the 6th house. So this is the energy of because the Virgo energy is going to be dealing with like self-criticism in a lot of different ways too. So Venus falling here, and a lot of self-criticism just in your own aesthetics in general. So Venus is very self-critical in the 6th house, and the nervous system too. So like you get bad nerves too. So kind of correlating this all back to the the Friday energy. Whenever you jump into energies of, you know, being more relatable, and whenever you jump into energies of compromising more, or even speaking your volume, aka your throat, to other people, or trying different foods or something like that. Trying different foods. And also, when we get into Libra, we're dealing with, you know, bending over and, you know what I'm saying, helping people, relating to people, starting new conversations with people, regardless if it's a parent, a sibling, a mate, a co-worker. And then also Pisces. Anytime you jump in that energy of relating your dreams to other people, but not going too far in it, you're going to be able to play out positive attributes of Friday energies in your hand. Now, as far as colors to wear, green, any kind of shade of green will be good because we're dealing with, that's the Taurian aspect. This is dealing with growth. The grass greens. I mean, the grass is green, but the grass grows too, and trees grow, and they're green and everything. So that growth and money. You put money in an investment account, and over time you'll see that shit grow and everything. That's that Taurian aspect. The stock market and everything deals with earth energy in general, but specifically Taurus energy. And then also, when we get to royal blue. Now, royal blue would be more so the Libra aspect, because royal blue, this is the communication aspect and everything, because the blueness of the sky saturates when we get to later parts of the day and everything like that. And 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is ruled by the Libra energy. That's when the sky starts to saturate a blue color and everything. Apologies, soul group. But yeah, when we get to that time, that's more so like proof that that energy, that color spectrum is more so associated with Libra. But in the end of the day, that's like royal communications. It's not light communications like light blue, Gemini. This is like a real, like, serious one-on-one conversation. So, it can be serious, but more so like you're actually jumping in that aesthetic of feeling good whenever you do relate to people in that kind of magnitude and everything. When we're dealing with when we're dealing with the royal blue energy of Libra. And now when we're dealing with Pisces, we're going to be dealing with that aqua blue energy and everything like that. So this is like visualizing the ocean. So you can visualize the ocean, or you could because this is Pisces. So this is going to be dealing with, meditation energy, because Jupiter and Neptune rule Pisces. It's going to be dealing with the meditative state and everything like that. And Venus being exalted here, don't overindulge, don't get too lost into la la land and everything. But you're going to play out that energy where if you even jump into that for a few minutes, you're going to find yourself in a more calm state of being. And then other energies of the Friday energy will be able to manifest in your hands. Now, numbers that rule the Friday energy. We're going to be dealing with 2, the Taurian aspect. This is also going to be dealing with 2, which is like a one-on-one conversation with people. That kind of deals more so and adds more emphasis to the Libra aspect too. So any one-on-one kind of interaction is dealing with Friday energy in a nutshell, basically. And then 7. Now 7, we could be talking about the 7 chakras and everything, the 7 planets, the 7th house, or the crown chakra or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, and also the 7 energy plus the 9, plus the 2 energy when we talk about the signs that Venus rules, which is the 2nd and the 7th house, aka Taurus and Libra. That will create an energy of 9, which will be now you're seen by everybody and everything. The more you take that Taurian energy and that Libra energy and combine them, aka relating the things that you value, you'll be able to gain a lot of wisdom from this. Because that's what 9 deals with. It deals with the overall totality, wisdom and everything like that. The overall ascension of the whole particular situation. So yeah, when you ascend as far as your the Friday energy, when you deal with Taurus and Libra energy combined. Now 12. So 12, this is 1 plus 2. This is your own individuality and your own ego plus relating it to other people and everything. So this is the Piscean archetype, because Pisces can have egos too, because it's right next to Aries. So that sun is about to be exalted that sun is about to be exalted in the that sun is going to be exalted in the first house, aka Aries, but it's still in the 12th house. So it's like it's climbing up the stairs to be able to be seen by everybody. So that's that energy that could play out. This is like kind of bringing more into that ascension quality of now when you ascend with that energy of the 2nd and the 7th house, then you're able to jump fully into the 12th house and then be able to relate your dreams or relate your aesthetics to other people without shit kind of tipping over on one side and everything. Ow, shit. And then that energy, 1 plus 2 equals 3. And then 3 plus 9 is also 12, which is 3. So overall, when you combine all the energies as far as the 2nd house, the 7th house, and the 12th house, we get the overall energy of 3. So in general, the more you put yourself in your surroundings or like play out this energy of relating, compromising, more so in your surroundings and everything like that, this will actually play out the energy where things will start to manifest the most, because this is like planting the seed where you're at and then being able to grow this tree, to be able to climb the tree, to be able to see everything that you need to see, everything that you need to see, you know, coming ahead and everything like that. See the overall perspective of everything. Shit, pardon me. Now I'm going to make this little part quick. Now as far as the house is, like wherever you have these energies at, like I have Venus in Capricorn. And and then Venus in Capricorn. Oh shit, pardon me. Venus in Capricorn, for me, so plays out energies where whenever I'm relating or whenever I'm compromising with the status of things, the blueprint of things, or the structure of things, or even popularity levels in a lot of different ways too. The more I relate and compromise with other people's popularity level or the way other people got to a particular status, this is kind of like not being salty if other people get popular but you don't. This is energies that I have to deal with having Venus in Capricorn. Also, if you're a helper, like what I'm saying is you may be looked at as like a crutch for some other people. So you actually can't get lost in that energy too, because people could take advantage of you with that also if you have Venus in Capricorn. Because Capricorn's cardinal Earth. So, you know, you love and creating a new way of how to be practical and everything, but you got to learn, but that's what I'm saying, you got to love your own unique thoughts and everything, or you got to love the way you come up with a particular plan and everything like that. But make sure that other people don't use this plan against you and everything. And like I said, and then alignments too. Like I have Venus opposed my moon. This is a very big challenge in a lot of different ways, because it's like Venus opposed the moon. It's kind of like, well, damn, like Venus is opposing the moon. So it's like anytime I jump into wanting to be emotional and everything like that, and because the moon is who you are, that's like your most natural like state and everything, because that's like, this is the energy that you just naturally like want to be comfortable in whenever things are not playing in your favor. So in that aspect, you could play it out where, you know, in that aspect, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Okay, so anyway, so Venus opposing the moon. So Venus opposing the moon, if I can get this distraction away from me, Venus opposing the moon will be like anytime I jump into wanting to be emotional, anytime I'm wanting to be, you know who I am, it actually like goes against the way other people, you know, the things that they appreciate and everything like that. They probably can't appreciate someone who's super sensitive and everything like that. So they in turn will actually play out energies where they'll see that and then they'll be like in that hunter mentality, be like, I smell someone emotional. Fuck you! And you couldn't be doing anything wrong. Just because you have Venus opposed the moon, you just have this natural aura around you to where anytime you are who you are, the things that other people indulge in and everything like that, it plays out in unfavorable ways. Like you could be the person where you're on the road and you're so calm and you're so cautious. When you turn based upon how other people's indulgence and what they're into and everything like that, they're gonna have their 5 senses activated and be super sensitive, and then slam on the brakes and want to cuss you out and everything because you turned a particular angle that they weren't in favor of. Or like if you hold the door for somebody and they don't say thank you or anything like that. And all this shit is based upon alignments and everything. It's not, you could be like, oh, woe is me. No, nobody loves me. Well, you have to realize these energies that you have. And then the more you realize that these energies that you do have and everything like that, you're going to be able to realize that you're able to overcome all these situations in general. And I just said I'm about to be at full capacity. So I love y'all, soul group. About to, recharge, get my voice together in a second. And then we're going to jump into the Saturday video. Love y'all. Peace. Well, actually, I might do that tomorrow to kind of go along with the actual rhythm. So expect a non-day of the week video later. Peace, y'all.